प्रेम चौगुले.
येस सर.
हा, किती दिवसांनी लेक्चर करायला असतो? हॅलो, तुला प्रेम चौगुले असं करायचं नाही राजा. नेक्स्ट
ओके.
इयरला जर आला तर त्रास होणार बरं का तुला.
ओके सर.
परत म्हणायचं नाही आम्ही सर मी, आणि एकदा माझ्या लक्षात आलं की मी परत त्या विद्यार्थ्याला विसरत नाही बघ.
ओके सर.
हा, असं परत करायचं नाही. किती दिवसांनी लेक्चर करायला तू? हॅलो,
15
काय झालं, काय प्रॉब्लेम होता का?
आजारी होता.
बर बर, ओके. टेक केअर, काळजी घ्या. ओके, ठीक आहे. सो व्हॉट इज द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मॉर्टर? आता मॉर्टर म्हणजे काय? आता मी थोडं, इट इज द मटेरियल विच इज प्लेस्ड बिटवीन टू ब्रिक्स, और इट इज द मटेरियल विच इज प्लेस्ड बिटवीन टू स्टोन. म्हणजे आपल्या दगडामध्ये जे मटेरियल टाकतो फॉर बॉन्डिंग पर्पज, म्हणजे दोन्ही दगड जॉईंट व्हावे किंवा दोन्ही ब्रिक जॉईंट व्हावे, ह्याच्यासाठी जे आपण मटेरियल वापरतो त्याला मॉर्टर असं म्हणतो साध्या शब्दात. म्हणजे आपण साधा जर आपण गौंडी मिस्त्री म्हणलं तर त्याला माल असं म्हणतात. म्हणजे माल म्हणजे काय, तर इट इज द मिक्सचर ऑफ सिमेंट, सँड और फाईन ऍग्रीगेट इन प्रॉपर प्रोपोर्शन विथ मॉर्टर. म्हणजे तिन्ही व्यवस्थित मिक्स झालं पाहिजे, बरोबर आहे का, आणि आपल्याला ते अप्लाय करता आलं पाहिजे. इट इज द, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ मॉर्टर. सो व्हॉट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ मॉर्टर? मॉर्टर इट इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ व्हॉट, सँड और फाईन ऍग्रीगेट विथ सिमेंट. आणि हे दोन्ही मिक्स करून आपण काय करू, इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ मॉर्टर. मग आता आपल्याला काय म्हणतो मला सांगा, जर बघितलं आपण, द मॉर्टर इज युज्ड टू बॉन्ड टू ब्रिक्स. ओके, सो दिस इज द बेसिक प्रॉपर्टी. सो मॉर्टर इज हॅव्हिंग द बॉन्डिंग प्रॉपर्टी. म्हणजे मला सांगा मॉर्टरची बेसिक प्रॉपर्टी काय आहे ते, इट विल जॉईन द टू ब्रिक्स और टू यूसीआर टुगेदर. ओके, सो दिस इज द basic property. So as we know that there is lots of use or lots of material is required for this joining purpose, so it should be cheap. If the bond between the two bricks are weak, we know that what is the effect. We know that if the bond strength is reduced, then the strength of that brick masonry will be reduced. So it should be durable. Next is it should be set quickly. मला सांगा, जर आपण ते दोन्ही मॉर्टर यूज केलं ना आपल्याला बराच वेळ लागत असेल तर आपल्याला व्हॉट इज द यूज ऑफ दॅट मॉर्टर? इट शुड बी सेट क्विकली. म्हणजे दोन्ही वीक आपण, मला सांगा फेविस्टिक बघितलं लगेच जॉईन होत आहे, तसं जर आपण म्हटलं मॉर्टर, ते थोडा वेळ, इट विल टेक द टाइम, अप टू 30 मिनिट. ते बॉन्डिंग व्हायला किंवा इनिशियल स्ट्रेंथ यायला त्याला किती वेळ लागते? इट विल टेक द टाइम. सो व्हॉट इज द अनदर प्रॉपर्टी? इट शुड set quickly, it should be easily workable. So we know that for mixing of this mortar, we are mixing on the platform. Okay, so we mix the cement, sand in proper proportion, so we can mix easily. Okay, so it should be mixed easily. It should be capable of developing adhesion with the building units such as a brick, stone. So this is the bonding property. It should be capable of resisting penetration of rainwater. Okay, we know that this is the basic important properties of that mortar. Well, if the mortar is room, we cannot fail safely, we cannot fail healthy. म्हणजे जर मला सांगा आपल्या घरात जर पाणी आलं ते पर्क्युलेट होऊन, तर काय वाटेल आपल्याला? हेल्दी वाटेल का नाही वाटणार? प्लेझंट वापरणार का नाही वाटणार? सेफ वाटणार का नाही? म्हणजे इट शुड नॉट कॅपेबल ऑफ रेजिस्टिंग पेनिट्रेशन ऑफ वॉटर. मग ते पाणी त्याने आत यूज दिलं नाही पाहिजे. इट इज द बेसिक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ दॅट मॉर्टर. सो व्हॉट आर द यूज ऑफ दॅट मॉर्टर? ओके, दीज आर द बेसिक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मॉर्टर. मॉर्टर म्हणजे काय? फर्स्ट मी अजून एकदा मराठीत सांगतो. म्हणजे ब्रिक मशिनरी दोन्ही वीट जॉईन करायला किंवा दोन्ही दगड जॉईन करायला जे आपण सिमेंट आणि सँडचं मटेरियल वापरतो त्याला मॉर्टर असं म्हणतो. आपल्याला इंग्लिश मध्ये काय, the material which is used for joining two bricks or joining two stone, this is called as mortar. Okay, so this is the basic definition of that mortar. आता आपल्याला नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी काय, uses of mortar. What is the uses of that mortar? मला सांगा, आता आपण mortar म्हटलं तर फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी काय म्हणलं? it will bind or it will join the two bricks. This is the basic properties of that mortar. So first property, to form a joint of pipe. So to form a joint between two bricks, this is the important property. Uses number 5, to hide the open joint of brick work and stone work. This is the basic important property. To bind the binding building units such as brick, stone, etc. into the solid mat. I repeat, to bind building unit such as what types of units are there? Bricks is there, stones are there. Into what you have to convert it into the solid mass. Okay. To carry out the pointing and plaster work on expose the surface of masonry work. This is the very old procedure. Now we not follow this where pointing is not required. We are done normally we are done the plaster to the external and internal wall also. Okay. Next, to improve the general appearance of the structure. Okay, this is the general appearance. If the hole is there or percolation, some air gaps are there, we feel healthy. We not feel safely. So hole should be not be there. So hole is filled by the mortar. Okay, to hide the open joints of the brickwork and stonework. This is also important property to fill up the cracks detected in the structure during the maintenance process. म्हणजे मला सांगा जर if the cracks are developed due to the loading condition, so this crack should be filled by this mortar. Okay, so these are the uses of the mortar and the above are the properties of that mortar. There are three types of mortar. First is lime mortar, next is cement mortar, and third is special mortar. So first we have to take the lime mortar. The lime mortar is used in olden days, not we are using only cement plaster. Okay, I repeat that lime mortar is used in olden days. Now we are using only cement mortar for brickwork. Okay, for plastering, for internal work also. The lime mortar in the lime म्हणजे काय आपल्या शब्दात चुना. What is the meaning of lime in Marathi? It is the meaning of lime is chuna. Okay. In time mortar, the lime is used in binding material. The lime may be flat lime or hydraulic lime or flat lime or hydraulic lime. The lime mortar has high plasticity and it can be placed easily. Okay. So this is the properties, or we can say this is the basic use of that material. It possesses a good cohesion with other surface and shrinks very little. It is sufficiently durable. It hardens slowly. So this is the basic properties of that material. It is generally used for highly loaded above ground parts of the building. So these are the very important properties of that material. What are the properties of the lime? So this is the basic property. It will shrink very little. This is the very important properties of the lime. It shrinks very little, and it has when we compare with this cement mortar, cement shrunk very fastly. Cement shrunk very fastly. And what is the properties of that mortar? It shrinks very slowly. This is the difference between two. Cement mortar असेल तर काय होणार? Shrinks fastly. Lime mortar असेल तर slowly होणार. What is the durable? Lime mortar is very durable material. When we compare this with the cement mortar, it is not durable as compared to the lime. Okay. Next, third, it harden slowly. As heat shrinks slowly, it harden slowly. These are the parallel property. Okay. It has high plasticity and can be placed easily. Okay. It possesses a good cohesion with the other surfaces. So these are the very important properties of that lime material. But I repeat that this type of material cannot be used nowadays. We are using only cement mortar. For olden structure, we are using the lime mortar, but now at that time the cement is not easily available. So lime is used as a binding material instead of cement. Okay, next material, the next mortar is cement mortar. So in cement mortar, the cement is required as a binding material. This is the important, this is the basic definition. Without the cement, we cannot say the cement mortar. That's what is the definition of cement mortar? The cement mortar is a mixture of cement and sand or fine aggregate. It with water in proper proportion. So this is the basic definition of cement mortar. Cement mortar, it is a mixture of cement, fine aggregate or sand with water in proper proportion. Proper proportion म्हणजे काय, योग्य मिश्रण असलं पाहिजे. योग्य कसं असतं, योग्य प्रमाण असलं पाहिजे. Okay. So depending upon the strength required, the importance of the work, the proportion of the cement by volume varies from 1.2 to 1.6. What is the meaning of 1.2 to 1.6? 1 is a part of cement, 2 is a part of फाईन ऍग्रिगेट और सँड. म्हणजे एक पोतं सिमेंट घेतलं आपण, एक पाटी सिमेंट घेतलं तर 2 पाटी काय घेणार, वाळू घेणार. 1:3 1:2 चं मिनिंग. समजा 1:6 तर त्याचं मिनिंग काय, एक पाटी आपण काय घेणार, सिमेंट घेणार, 1 स्टँड फॉर सिमेंट आणि 6 स्टँड और 2 स्टँड फॉर fine aggregate or sand. So it is the vary according to the brickwork or according to use. This proportion is changing. For normally we are used 1:2 proportion for internal plaster, where highly quality is required. But generally we are using for residential project we are using 1:4, and for brickwork where the thickness of the brick is less we are using 1:3 proportion is there. Okay. म्हणजे आता मराठीतनं सांगू का, जर आपल्याला ब्रिकवर्क करायचं तर जनरली 1:4 असते. म्हणजे 1:1 म्हणजे काय घेणार, एक पोतं सिमेंट घेतलं तर 4 पोतं वाळू घेणार. जर ते जर आपल्याला आपल्या घरातले इंटरनल पार्टिशन करायचे, थिकनेस कमी आहे, उदाहरणार्थ आपल्याला टॉयलेट ब्लॉकचे जे पार्टिशन आहे, ते जे वॉल आहे, ते करताना आपण काय करतो, तिथं 1:3 अपेक्षित आहे. ओके. The proportion of the cement with respect to sand should be determined with due regard to the specified durability and working condition. This is the I explained earlier that the proportion of cement with respect to sand should be determined with regard to the specified durability and working condition. I already explained that we are using 1:4 for brick masonry and 1:3 for internal partition work. Okay. The cement mortar is used where the mortar of high strength and water resisting property. It should require such underground construction, water saturated soil, etc. The cement mortar used. Okay, so this is the basic property or basic use of that cement mortar. So what are the properties of that mortar? The properties of lime mortar are similar, but the strength and durability are the different. We know that as the lime mortars shrinks very slowly, so the cement mortar shrinks very quickly. This is the big difference between the cement mortar and lime mortar. So, and another advantage of that, it is more durable. But when we compare with the life of the durability of the lime, generally the lime is durable material than the. Hello. Hello. Ritesh Kumar. Ritesh Kumar. Hello. Ritesh Kumar. Ritesh Kumar. Ritesh Kumar, bola baba. What is the problem? Ritesh Kumar, what is the problem? Don't discuss your problem in the group. हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
सर बोलते हैं सर हिंदी में, सर बोलिए ना.
नहीं हिंदी में नहीं होता. जो भी ये लैंग्वेज है ना, आप अगर जो सिविल लैंग्वेज है, दिस इज नॉट द सिविल वर्क होता है, वो मराठी में होगा. क्योंकि ये यहाँ जो लेबर बात करते हैं वो हमेशा हिंदी में बात नहीं करते इधर के लेबर. तो वी आर टॉकिंग विद मराठी ओनली. सो जो कुछ होगा वो मैं इजी इंग्लिश में एक्सप्लेन करूंगा आपके लिए. वो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल.
ओके.
हाँ, it is not possible to me to speak in Hindi because all the words are in this Maharashtra are Marathi words. So there is not the Hindi word are not used for. Okay. This is
Okay.
the facing. But yeah, I am explaining in little English. म्हणजे जे काय तुम्हाला समजेल we are explaining in very soft English language. For other subject, for English, this is possible, but for this construction material, it is not suitable for us. As the म्हणजे site or we are using the Marathi language, otherwise we are using the English language. We are not using the Hindi language for any work in the Maharashtra. So all the word we are no student have to know the Marathi word only. They are not interested in the अगर हिंदी में कोई बात ही नहीं करेगा तो उनको क्या समझ में आएगा. अगर इधर का
वो तो
लेबर
है सर।
मैक्सिमम मराठी
तो
बोलेगा ना तो उनको मराठी
हाँ
आना
तो
है. तो
हाँ
इट
तो
इज
सर
नॉट
इंग्लिश में बोलिए ना सर।
हिंदी. ओके ठीक है.
ओके सर।
ठीक. Cement mortar. So this is the difference between these two. Cement mortar is as it is mentioned, this is durable with than the cement lime mortar, but actually the lime mortar is durable. Actually, I repeat that the lime mortar is durable. म्हणजे आपण जर असं उदाहरण बघायला गेलं तर म्हणून तर किल्ले आणि जर आपण जे ओल्ड स्ट्रक्चर वी आर युझिंग द लाईम वॉटर दे आर स्टँडिंग हिअर जे आता आहे तशी उभा आहे त्याचं कारण काय तर लाईम वॉटर आर युज्ड फॉर द कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ दिस ओल्ड स्ट्रक्चर म्हणजे ओल्ड कन्स्ट्रक्शन जे फॉर कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ ओल्ड स्ट्रक्चर और यू सी आर वी आर युझिंग अ लाईम वॉटर we are looking that all the structure are healthy are stable but when we are constructing the structure by using the cement, the life of the structure is limited. We are for the cement structure life is up to 50 years only. But if we using the lime for the construction, the life of the structure may be more. So म्हणजे आता आपल्याला साधं एक्झाम्पल म्हणलं तर किल्ल्याची लाईफ किती आहे आपण सांगू शकत नाही. का? the life of that म्हणजे किल्ले उभारण्यासाठी आपण बेसिक मटेरियल काय वापरलं वी आर युजिंग UCR and lime. So the life of the structure is more, but instead of that we are using the cement mortar or cement concrete. For that the life of structure is less. So this is the difference between the lime mortar and cement mortar. Okay, so it a well proposed mortar provide improved surface. This is the basic property and use of cement is tremendously because this property. A well proportional mortar provide a impervious surface. This is a very much important property. म्हणजे ह्या प्रॉपर्टी मुळे आपण सिमेंट प्लास्टर यूज करतो जर हे इम्परवियस नेचर होत नसतं तर आपण कदाचित सिमेंट मॉर्टर यूज केलं नसतं. अ मिक्स रिचर दॅन 1.3 टू द श्रिंकेज म्हणजे काय दिस कॅन बी पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ श्रिंकेज. ओके, सो दिस इज द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ सिमेंट मॉर्टर. नेक्स्ट स्पेशल मॉर्टर. So we are using the not very structure are having the different property such like fire resistance are there, lightweight structure are there, sound absorbing water is there, X-ray shielding is there. So for this different structure of work we are using the different types of mortar. Okay, so we have to for this to improve the property. So we are using the fire resistance mortar. It is used for fire bricks, for lining furnaces, fireplaces, oven it is. It is fire resistant mortar are used for boiler. I repeat, fire resisting mortar are used for boiler. म्हणजे जिथं जिथं आपल्याला सिमेंट फॅक्टरी असतील किंवा जिथं जिथं क्लीन आहे, क्लीन म्हणजे काय बट्टी, जिथं जिथं आपण गरम करतो अशा ठिकाणी आपल्याला काय वापरलं पाहिजे फायर मास्टर इज युज्ड. Okay, next lightweight mortar. This is also a type of mortar. The light mortar is used to soundproof and heat-proof construction. So lightweight mortar, this type of mortar is used for soundproof and heat-proof construction. So this is the basic use of lightweight mortar. Next, sound absorbing mortar. As we म्हणजे आता आपण ह्याच्या आधी बघितलं sound insulating material. What is the use of that? This type of material is similar to the sound absorbing material mortar. म्हणजे for joining this sound insulating tile we are using this type of mortar. Okay, मग आता आपण sound insulating कुठं कुठं असते we are explaining that म्हणजे sound explain कुठं असणार sound insulating material It is used in theater, cinema theater. Okay, so this is the type of this sound insulating mortar is there. X-ray shielding mortar. This type of where the X-ray MI scan center are there. We are using this type of mortar to give the protection for the wall. If you use the normal type of mortar, it is not suitable for us, and the durability of that mortar, general mortar, is reduced. So we are using the X-ray shielding mortar for that this type of room. This type of room is X-ray room, scan center, okay, MI room. So this type of rooms are plastered by using this type of X-ray shielding mortar. Okay, so these are the three types of mortar which are used for finishing of the work. Next, we are generally used for decoration work. The next item is that is the plaster of Paris. आता आपल्याला मग जुने आता हे प्लास्टर ऑफ पॅरिसचं देर इज ऑल्सो रिस्ट्रिक्शन फॉर दॅट. मग आता आपण जर कुठलेही घर बघितले तर आता आपण बरेचसे आपल्या द प्लास्टर ऑफ पॅरिस इज युज्ड फॉर डेकोरेशन पर्पज. आपल्या इंटरनल फर्निचर करायचं आहे, इंटरनल वॉल करायचं आहे, त्याला डेकोरेशन करायचं, वी आर युजिंग द प्लास्टर ऑफ पॅरिस. I repeat, when we are decorate some internal part of the building or hall or ceiling, we are using the plaster of Paris for this decoration work. What is the benefit of, what is the use of, or what is the properties of that POP? Because we are using this type of material. मला सांगा आता POPच का वापरायचं? मला सांगा आता POP सिमेंट मॉर्टर काय यूज करायचं नाही असं जर आपल्याला डेकोरेशन पर्पज का दिस इज बिकॉज दे हॅव द property that we can reuse and you can give any shape to the structure. This is the basic use. What is the basic? We can give any shape to the that point. म्हणजे आपल्याला कुठला पाहिजे ते तर आपल्याला आकार द्यायचा असेल तर इट कॅन बी पॉसिबल बाय युजिंग द प्लास्टर ऑफ पॅरिस. म्हणजे आपल्याला कुठल्याही आकाराचं डेकोरेशन करायचं तर मग ते इट इज कॅन बी इझिली डन बाय युजिंग द प्लास्टर ऑफ पॅरिस. सो फॉर डेकोरेशन पर्पज, फॉर इंटरनल partition, or we are using the plaster of Paris for that. What are the properties of that? It is a lightweight material. Okay, it shows the good adhesion to the fibrous material. It's set with negligible shrinkage. It has not affected by the bacteria. This is the very much important property of that. In 1819 we are using plywood for the internal partition and decoration work, but due to this bacteria effect we are with the bacteria for the life of that plywood or furniture will be reduced. So we are using the plaster of Paris instead of plywood. So this is the important properties of that plaster of Paris. Okay, next use that is the these are the following uses of plaster of Paris. It is used for ornamental plaster work. So I already explained that for decoration or plaster we are using the plaster of Paris. It is used for insulating material to protect wood or metal. So this will act as also insulating material. It is used for altar work, poetry, density, and a surgery for the shaping of. Okay, for shaping of fractured bones. POP boards are used for sealing or for internal lining. So these are the very important, much important uses of that POP. Okay, next material that is the POP. The POP finishing boards are available in the width of panel from 80, 600 mm, 800 mm, 900 mm, 100 mm, and length up to 100 and 1200, 1800 to 3600 mm in strip of 100 mm and thickness 9.5 mm to 15 mm. So what is the thickness of POP sheet? 9.5 mm to 15 mm. This is the varying thickness of that POP boards. Okay. Because of good insulating property, the POP finishing board are normally used for ceiling material. Okay, so these are the uses, various uses of POP plaster. Okay, so next part will be covered in next lecture. Okay, thank you.